I believe games are seriously underrated, as they're not just a mindless hobby, but they actually contain much wisdom that could help us in life. Today I want to talk about an example of that with Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 2, a character which reminded me of how leaders are born and what motivates certain people to achieve incredible things in life no matter the obstacles they find on their path.
Holy shit!
For example, when we look at the world's greatest leaders, such as Martin Luther King, we see people whose incredible motivation changed the world around them, impacting generations to come. We surely could use a bit of that motivation ourselves to achieve our daily life goals, but where does that drive come from? Are those leaders simply born with that drive, or can we obtain it as well? Well, the answer to this question was reminded me by Leon Kennedy's character evolution in the first few hours of Resident Evil 2. Leon Kennedy is one of the main protagonists of this game. He's a young, rookie policeman whose first day at the Raccoon City Police Department coincides with the fateful night in which a zombie apocalypse spreads over the city. Leon will have to face many horrors to make his way to the police station, where he hopes to lend a hand to contain the zombie outbreak. I would argue that Leon is already a selfless person in the beginning of this game, as instead of simply changing careers and forgetting about it all, which is what most of us would have probably done, he tries to dive headfirst into the chaos and help his colleagues instead. However, I believe it is only after witnessing this heartbreaking scene between a father and his daughter that Leon's unrelentless motivation and drive starts to be forged.
Those fucking things outside. What they did to us. You're a cop. You're supposed to know something. How did this happen? Huh?
Mommy.
I was sleeping, honey. Okay? And I'm gonna put you to bed too, okay? Emma. I want to find out what's happening here and stop whoever's behind it.
This is also the moment of the game where Resident Evil 2 became way better than The Walking Dead for me. But with that aside, the truth about leadership is that at the beginning of the path of every leader lies an awakening that kindles the fire of whatever that person sets out to do. It is usually something beyond our sense of self, a sense of responsibility. In many cases, such as Leon's or Martin Luther King's, it was a plea to help others, a calling that is felt only after witnessing or feeling the pain that we'd never want anyone else to feel. In general, I would argue that anyone who dares to do something great does it upon realizing that they are indeed responsible for solving that specific problem that they wish never existed. Which is the biggest reason why many of us don't really take action to go for what we want in life. We are waiting for someone else to save us, as we don't feel responsible for doing the thing ourselves. But the truth is that we actually are, and it's in that moment when we realize we have something to do about a specific matter that our hero's journey begins. The hero's journey is a term that the author Joseph Campbell invented, and it's something you're going to see in every great protagonist or antagonist of a game, or even in the world's most ambitious people who amounted to something in life, both positive and negative. In each path lies an awakening indeed, but with it come an incredible amount of struggle or boss fights that life will put in front of us to test our motivation, just like all the bosses Leon will have to defeat if he so wants to save a living soul in Raccoon City. So the truth about being highly motivating and achieving great things in life is that we can only enable ourselves to do those things on a daily basis if we heed the call of our hero's journey. And I found on my journey that it's much easier to walk that path when you're doing it for someone other than yourself, just like Leon Kennedy is doing in Resident Evil.
Whatever it takes to save this city, count me in.
So that's my tip for you. If you want to achieve something great in life, then do it for someone else, and do it for the thought of inspiring the people with the change you want to make. That is gonna be something that fills you with so much drive that in the days where you feel lazy or you feel defeated, you're gonna have the strength to get back up because you're doing it for someone else and because you feel responsible. So that is something I learned in life, in many other occasions, but surely I grew up playing video games, and I really believe that video games teach us so many deep lessons if we only pay attention to all the details that are contained into them. What I want to do on this channel, which I just started, is find and outline all those nuances of deep psychology in games and bring them forward to you guys to help you reflect on these things. So if you want to understand the best teachings that games have for us, please subscribe to this channel, as there is going to be more videos about this one. Leave me a comment if you enjoyed it, if you have a question about all this stuff, and subscribe for new videos such as this one. Bye bye.